Merry morning, everyone. For the most part, I am ready to recite what I have learned and everything. So I'm gonna spend a few minutes doing that. Ohayo, hajijimashite. Donzu, yoroshiku. Konbanwa. Asiriminasen. Nise. Ni. Dozu. Yoroshiku. Dozu. Yoroshiku. Dozu. Yoroshiku. 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 Hachijimashite. Ohayo gozaimasu. Arigatou. Arigatou gozaimasu. Konbanwa. So let myself really say So I wanted to work on Lori today. You know, honestly, I wasn't really sure how I wanted her to look for a good second there. But I just, winged it. But let's get into it. I know I was late to Black History Month. I really do. I was going through some stuff. Like, I wasn't necessarily wasting my time because it was worth it, but I had to deal with multiple things and I had to learn a lot of things. I had to realize what I wanted to accomplish. Sorry, I was moving the toilet seat. Anyway, but I really had to take my time, sit down and talk to myself and be like, I had to think. And so I didn't realize that so many people rather not speak to me. So many people rather not bother me. So many people, and I find it so weird. You know, but as I said before, I always text someone before they text me. It's really annoying. It's really nerve-wracking. It's emotionally damaging. It's like it's like almost they're testing my morality when I know I'm not wrong because I always talk to them first before they get to me. And it's like this stupid childish game and I don't have time for it. And so I had to let a lot of people go. I had to be like, look, this isn't gonna work. I knew this was gonna happen. And yeah, and so someday I will find my group of people who truly love to be around me. I want them to beg for my attention. I want them to be like, hey, I know you asked me this yesterday. I was a bit busy. My bad. Uh, yeah, why don't we do that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for the people who don't care. Like this one guy, for example, I texted him and basically I asked him how he's doing. I asked multiple guys. So there were these two guys who liked me when I was dating my ex, Silas. And I was like, no, no, I'm loyal. You guys can stick around. Like, we can be friends, you know. Like, you guys are very sweet, you know. Uh, and yeah. And then Silas broke up with me because of the stupid friend thing because he told us, oh, we're not compatible because our sense of humor. Honey, people can still be in love, even if their sense of humor is not the same. Baby, you don't understand, but guess what? I said it's fine. I already told you I don't mind that you're rebellious and you have a weird sense of humor, but as long as you respect my boundaries, and if you don't respect that, that's the that's what's it. And so yeah, these guys have recently been ghosting me, and I was like, oh, so you guys wanted to be my side pieces, but you didn't want to be with me. And so I started to talk to someone, and I was talking to an acquaintance, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want only one man. I don't want only one whatever I want. I don't want only one. I deserve multiple. Okay, so if you want to be a side piece, you might as well hit me up because you will be a side piece. Not only will you be a side piece, you will be a part of the partnership, the coupleless. You know what I mean? Whatever. Enough of that. So I started drawing her shades and I was like, oh, let me do her eyebrows. You know, I was like, So one of her traits is that she's mean. She's a little snobbish. And so I'm thinking that she has like very good hair. Well, obviously. And she's like, you know what? I don't care if I have very good hair. I don't care if I have my dad's luscious eyebrows. I'm going to snatch them off of my face and put on these very fabulous eyebrows, and I'm gonna look like a model. And that's the vibe I wanted her to have, you know. She wants to be gorgeous. And so I gave her these shades. I I will be giving you guys tutorial on how to do noses. I don't know why I'm in the bathroom. Sorry, that was the toilet seat again. But I will teach you guys how to do noses, lips, all those things, eyebrows, everything, honey. I will give you the tip, honey. And I will give you very good advice because I see a lot of these videos and they're like, don't do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this, do this. When really you should do what you want to do with your art. That's one of the advice that I'm going to give you now. And you better keep on and hold that to that forever. Especially when I start giving you these tutorials, you need to understand that. Anyway, so look at her lips, very plumpest. I wanted to have her to have very round lips, cause not all Mexican girls, but or Spanish girls, you know, but some of them have rounder top lips sometimes. She still has the like heart-shaped lip a little bit, but sometimes they have like rounder kind of lips. But also since her mother is Nigerian, she would have like probably bigger lips, you know, and the genetics would kind of clash and give her this very round oval lip shape. And I really like that for her. Uh her nose, I know it's kind of petite, but Look, guys, her nose is, in reality, her nose is pretty big. Shout out to all the girls with big noses, including me. I love my nose. It's like a butt. My nose is like a button, but it's like big, and I love it. It's cute. Anyway, so I started erasing the other lines, because, I know it's a sketch, but like, girl, those other lines, they're just getting in the way. We don't need those. So I'm just scraping away, scraping. Eraser noises. Eraser noises. Uh, and I'm really proud. I really love this. She doesn't have eyes, so I don't know how I would have wanted to do her eyes, but I'm assuming she has very pretty eyes. Very gorgeous. Very sickening. So here we go. I'm outlining, I'm defining the lines. So you guys can see it, but also so it looks really good. And also when I shade, so when I start to shade in her skin, it doesn't go away. And yeah, it looks so good. And I love it. I really do. I really do. I'm so excited to draw these characters and different styles in the future with different outfits and stuff. I didn't do their bodies because I really wanted a vision of their face. I wanted to see their mug. I wanted to be like, Bobo? Okay, he's handsome, gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. They're all gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. So, you know, of course I'm going to make their heads fit their body when I work on that. And so, yeah, I'm shading in. I learned a lot of shading tricks during elementary. Don't sit in elementary class and be like, oh my gosh, like, why would I even need to learn art? Honey, you're gonna be just like me, because at first I was like, I don't like being here. When I first went into art class. And then when we started painting and stuff, I came alive. I literally risen like I was a vampire out of the grave. Like, that teacher was so sweet as well. Especially when you have a good teacher who's gonna teach you very, very well. Pay attention. And so I learned a lot of shading. I learned a lot of this. I learned a lot of that. Look at those glasses. Those shades came out so magnificent. Magnificently fabulous, if I do say so myself. And so I find it very, 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 very fabulous that I was able to do this and do it so well. As you can see, I'm like erasing a little bit, but also shading in, but I'm also coloring in and shading in again. And so really, 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 look at that. You can see where the light hits the shades. I did that so good, so fabulous. Alright, so now I'm going in, and I'm thinking. I spent a good minute thinking, because I didn't know what hairstyle I wanted to do for Lori. I was a bit quizzic. But I was like, you know what? Since she is that girl, she's a bit mean, she's snobby, she's ticklish, have a good laugh. She's charismatic, you know. So I decided on a short hair to match her eyebrows. Give her a little pixie. As you can see, I'm doing swooping, looping techniques. And I'm just doing my signature swirly whirly. I love a good swirly whirly. I've done swirly whirlies ever since I was a kid. Ever since I learned about art, I always drew butterflies. Actually, guys, I'm gonna be doing that too. I'm gonna have a series of drawing butterflies, so stay tuned for that. Butterflies, moths, other bugs that I enjoy. Okay, but yes, so I did her hair, doing some extra lining, some extra, and then here I'm coloring, shading. You see it foam. Yes, shading. shading, 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 girl, come down. Anyway, so I'm shading and I started to get really excited. And so I was like, more. I was like, more, please. And so I added more, more, and more until it looked fabulous. And so, as you can see, the results are amazing, and they're immaculate. And so I imagine her with this honey blonde kind of hair that she dyed, for her little pixie, and it looks really good, really good. I imagine her eyebrows just being this dark pigment of eyebrow liner, you know? And then she has these very gorgeous glasses. Now, I don't know what color glasses, but they're gorgeous. Just know that. You can imagine what color glasses she has on. Dream, imagine, close your eyes, and imagine. Okay, so I added some jewelry, some piercings. And I didn't give the others piercings. No, I gave Bobo holes. I forgot what they're called, but I call them holes. I gave him those, which he looks super sexy in. But he also does like tattoos and stuff. So I'm really proud of that. Alright, so I gave her piercing, and I'm very proud. She's basically all done. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a little shading. We're gonna do her lips. I can imagine her wearing a nice matte lip. Gorgeous. And then her lips overline. In which we're gonna go in and define them. Before we shade them. Like, right, yeah. So that doesn't disappear. And then I overline them. Yes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, yes. I remember my aunt telling me when I lined my lips, she was like, oh, it looks weird. Has she never seen makeup? I've had a lot of people tell me that I look weird in makeup, but like, I literally look so good. So they were just projecting their own lack of knowledge of makeup. But anyway. Oh yeah, she looks so gorgeous. Gorgeous. And like, imagine me lining my lips. So if I can line Lori's lips, very good, right? Imagine my lips being lined. Gorgeous, right? Like, if I can do makeup on a freaking piece of paper, imagine what I could do if I really learned and fully committed to doing makeup with full palettes and stuff. Honey, you guys could never clock my teeth when it comes to wearing makeup. Yeah. Anyways, so I shade her skin. And the reason I shaded their skin is to show that they do have a darker skin. I didn't shade their skin too much so that it's still a sketch, but I shaded them. And basically, that's it. Here we go. Our girlies and our guy. In honor of Black History Month and our ancestors, and in honor of diversity and how you don't have to be fully black, okay? You can be biracial. Like Nina, Lori, and Bobo. Gorgeous. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. As I always say, let my plumage bloom, my diamonds dazzle, and my pearls drip like misty mornings do. And as I always say, love, rain, fly, and shine.